molesting her 2 other children, which is myself and my older sister.
That's foul.
My aunt came into our lives and started living with us, and when she found out that not only had he now raped her daughter, but then raped my sister, my mother went to the imam about it at the mosque, and he told her, you need to put your sister out. You are a Muslim woman. You're supposed to stand behind your husband.
Explain. Say that again. I must have missed something here. Put who out?
My aunt was living with us, and she found out what was going on, and it really hurt her, and she was upset, so she went to my mother. And my mother went to the imam.
And so the imam says, put the woman out who told.
Right. Put her to
sister.
Her own sister.
Not the man who's doing the raping.
Right. Put your sister out because you are a Muslim woman and you are supposed to be behind your husband and whatever decisions that he makes and whatever that he does. Like, I don't have a scripture for you, but you can actually go to YouTube and type in submission, and there are women who give their, testimonies, and they have scriptures that they read and say that they...
I need it live on the radio. I need somebody to hook me up with that scripture. I would really like to hear the scripture that says, you know what? I'm beating the hell out of you. But this is what the Lord said. Roll with it, diggity. It's the Michael Baisden Show. To all the women, regardless of your religion, no man and no woman should be putting their hands on you. You are so beautiful. It's Music Soul Child on the Michael Baisden Show.
This is an interesting show. Nobody has the right to abuse anybody, male or female. But it happens. I mean, that's just the way it is. So, as a friend of mine says, so what are you going to do about it? Now, I know somebody watching this program. Well, let me back up. Somebody listening to Michael Baisden's program, they're being abused, and somebody watching me right now is in an abusive situation. Now, you may be on that government job on your computer watching me, or on your regular job watching me, but it's 4:05 on the East Coast. You got about 1 more hour to go, and then all hell is going to break loose as soon as you get home. And like I said, what are you going to do about it? I mean, we're living in the year 2009, and we still have this foolishness going on. But it comes down to each individual. Some folks have the strength. Let me say that, to make up their mind that, hey, you're not going to hit me anymore. I'm going to leave you, and that's it. And then you have folks out here who, they just don't have the strength. That's the only way I can put it. They do not have the strength to leave an abusive situation. And that's sad. Not just for them, but for their children. But, I don't know. This is RadioDiary.com. This is RadioDiary.com. So, I know you're watching me, you're looking, and you're trying to figure out, well, what is this guy doing? What's his position? Where is he coming from? I'd like to know, what's your position on what Michael Baisden just said? He said that in every church, there's every one out of four, somebody's being abused. Now, I know you go to church, most black folks do. And in your church, in the church that you go to, in fact, you have to get off work in about 45 minutes. And then tonight you probably have choir practice. Okay, and there's normally around 20 folks in the choir, so maybe 4 folks in the choir are going to get their hind part whipped. I hate to put it like that. But what's your position? I really would like to know. Send me an email message. And I haven't done this, but I'll try it out to see if I get any response. But send me an email message at Radio Diary. Now, I'll tell you what, I'm going to make sure I get it. Send it to Radio Diary at AOL.com. That's radio, R-A-D-I-O, diary, D-I-A-R-Y, at AOL.com. And just let me know what you think about this discussion that Michael Baisden has going on today. You know, because it's a good conversation. I know personally, my sister, and she knew when I was saying that she would have a fit. But my sister was in an abusive relationship, and I didn't know it at the time. Her husband, he was beating her. I mean, this is my sister, and this clown, this joker, was beating my sister. You know. But she kept it away from me because she knew that I would be in jail or dead had I found out. But it worked out great for her. You know, she's successful. But this is an interesting conversation, topic rather. This is RadioDiary.com.
Right now, Tiffany, what's going on in Baton Rouge?
This is RadioDiary.com. And Mike just finished talking about, speaking with a lady who lives in Atlanta, Maryland.
Okay, she got out.
So if you live in the Washington, D.C., Virginia area, you know exactly where Atlanta, Maryland is.
She now has arrived.
Lanham is
on him. They have 6 kids together.
He never
had a real job.
What is it? So it's interesting. I'll just leave it at that.
He never abused the kids at all.
What do you want to say to
this
her?
young lady is getting her hind parts whipped
If she's listening
by
right
this
now,
so-called boyfriend or husband. I don't know what he is.
Right now.
I will tell her.
And she lives in Atlanta, Maryland.
To get out of it. I mean, there is help. She can't depend on other people. She started a relationship with a guy. He tried to help her. She wouldn't let him help her.
Wow. I don't want you all to put your friends' names out there because
put the name out there.
Sometimes it can be very dangerous. So don't mention any names.
Put the name out there.
Know who you are when they hear
Let
your voice.
everybody know
Robin,
who
what do you
these
want to say to
jerks
your
are.
girlfriend or male friend?
Hi, I want to tell her I've been in an abusive relationship. I know the signs. I work for a domestic violence agency, and I want to tell her to get out now. It's not really bad right now. He's just making her stay away from her friends, stay in the house and clean, not go anywhere. He feels that she should not go out and hang out.
That's an insecure son of a bitch.
What do you think is going to happen?
I think it's going to become physical. It hasn't yet, but it will because
you can't go out. It's like you're a child.
And I love
but
her
you married this fool.
More. And the one thing I know, I'm sorry, Michael, but the sex is good, and that's her there. But I told her go out and have sex with other people, someone else. So you see, the others can make you feel just as good.
Listen, lady. Yeah, you messing up now.
Sure. You know it's coming, don't you, Robin? You know it's coming,
yes,
don't you?
Do. But, Michael, I want to say one thing to women. This is not in a book anywhere. But when it comes down to you risking your life, it being at jeopardy, if you have to give him what he wants at that moment to save your life, you do it. If it means saying, okay, honey, I'll be back with you, just until it's a safer time to leave, that's what you do. You save your life. Because you can tell when he's in a rage and he's blacked out. So tell him what you want to hear and save your life and get out and get in a healthy relationship.
That is scary what she just said about somebody blacking out on you.
Yep.
Because if they're blacked out, they could kill you and be so enraged they don't even know it. Cynthia, you're my last caller this hour. What do you want to say? Who you want to talk to?
Well, I just wanted to talk to all the women that I know because I've been in an abusive relationship for 15 years, and I just got out years ago.